Yes, this stuff in the same spot over and over again.
Go ahead and start with the pledge of allegiance. Here to stand.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome everybody for July 21st Department Head meeting. Appreciate that everybody coming an hour earlier than normal. Try to get everybody out to the fair. It wasn't very late, so. First off, we'll have approval of minutes from our July 14th meeting. Any questions, concerns over dates?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from July 14, 2025.
Anything for motions or second?
Second.
And make it the second. All those in favor of the minutes as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. So that passes. Okay. Next up would be the approval of claims for the period ending July 21st. Somebody ask on this one right here, do we normally prepay?
Yes, 3 months at a time, same way I did Dwight.
Okay. Good deal. Any questions, concerns?
Move accounts payable, legal law paper.
All right, Crystal Lee, for motions or second?
Second.
Andy Dick, on the second. All those in favor of approval of accounts payable as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. We will now move on to our department head reports. We'll start off with Tom with the police reports.
For the month of June, we had a total of 137 cases, issued 2 citations, issued 2 written warnings, had 6 arrests, responded to 9 property damage accidents, responded to 4 injury accidents, had 117 traffic stops, night shift put out 22 security checks, and 1 case was filed with the prosecutor's office for review.
Do we have any updates from Brad about when he'll be getting on the new truck?
Picked up one of the vehicles, one of the new vehicles last week. Hope to have it finished this week, other than order the compartment for under the seat for storage. Be something we can put in here, what we're looking at. So,
So one's been outfitted.
one's in the process of getting upfitted. Pointer should have the Trail Boss this week. And I've been driving the white one. I was gonna outfit mine last so I can get the Dodge truck traded in on this next one. The Dodge truck is stripped, ready for trade on the Trail Boss when it comes.
When did you say they'll have the trail box or should have it?
Should have it this week.
And we're just trading a Dodge directly to one.
We had the maroon Dodge stripped by Brad, and then Brad took the one we're issuing to Jack to outfit it.
What's the trading readiness? You know?
When we were in there, it was 15 to 17.
Okay.
You
You remember what we gave for it?
I believe in 2020, we get 20-some thousand for this.
Close.
We're not buying one in 2025 for that.
No.
That's why we went with
I
five.
mean, I mean, but after trading, really, we didn't have much money in the truck other than. Okay.
They held her, we was hoping they would hold the value. And Jack has taken very good care of his.
Only other thing I have, the Watermelon Festival coming up.
Yes.
You guys plan of action, everything's good to go, ready to go?
We've been working with Toby Ortman.
What?
Toby Ortman with Emergency Management, Jackson County EMA. We've met. We've both met with Connor. We're looking to have an event channel like we did in 2023 and run off an event channel so we can focus on what we're doing here. So we're really gonna meet up quite a bit in the next few days.
Bringing the shorts back?
Everyone else probably is, I'm not. I skinned my leg pretty good last year. I believe they will, yeah.
Anything else for Tom? Thanks, sir.
Can I be excused?
You sure, Matt?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Next up, we've got the Scotland Police Force.
Monthly report for June, the renewal of CBOD was 98.944%. Removal of total suspended solids was 99.213%. Removal of ammonia was 99.136%. Removal of phosphorus was 91.064%. Daily average flow was 333,000 gallons a day. And for the month, we treated 11,677,103 gallons, and we had no MPDS permit violation. Belt press, 50,688 gallons. Our wastewater, our sewer improvement project is coming to a close. We've got several items tonight to work on getting this closed out. I've got a change order number 8 for the amount of $65,494.84. Got with Reedy's, the $58,677 will actually come out of the capital improvement section of our budget. I've got pay at 26 for $94,701.13. That's for the last round of rehab that we did. Pay at 27 is actually releasing the retainage to the contractor, $68,098.49. I got a Westler invoice for 1,000. Barry, you're gonna have to pull that one out of the stack, because I didn't remember.
$1,243.75.
243, okay, I looked out a number. And then I got Shannon's final invoice, for 5,000. Then Katie has the asset management plan letter that we need to get signed. I'm working on the cybersecurity portion of it, hopefully have it done in the next week or two. Not on here, but we'll may want to write the July the 29th will be the final walkthrough with SRF to work on closing out this project. At that point, that should wrap us up. And we will have one more, like a final invoice from Westler to close everything out. And then our sewer improvement project will be complete.
We got it after that.
Oh,
Vacation.
there's plenty to do. That's
It's only been 5 years.
seems longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want us to do that now?
Or either way, it doesn't.
Continue, we'll do it at the end.
Okay. Drum screen, got it unclogged, been working on it. JC Store submitted, and been still submitting their monthly forms to us. Been doing some jetting around town. I've got our annual lines that we'll have to do on an annual basis complete. Got around all the schools and the daycare, and got all the lines that would be used by the Rock the Rhine, have everything cleaned there. Manhole 431, I cleaned it. Backed out Columbia Road lift station. Not doing very good at it between rounds, but been trying to spray some weeds. The red utility truck, I now have the decals off of it, so it is ready for disposal, whatever. I will try to this week to get it over here to the parking lot. I'll bring you in the keys. A couple people have asked, are interested, and I don't know what the process is, so when you guys get to that point, let me know and I can I don't know how it works, I don't know if it's auction or bid or whatever. The full-blown cyber security assessment, I'm still waiting for a start date from Purdue. Biosolids roof is completed. As part of this project, I have to attend at least one a year meeting to be SRF IFA compliant. I've got that out of the way. We had to replace a controller on our MPW pump 2. I have a couple packets of information that is sent from Schneck's engineer, but Jason Fee told me the last time that don't do anything until I heard from him. I keep trying to call him to make sure where we're at on that before I start putting time in on reviewing it and going through it. June 18th, that storm that went through, it knocked out a ditch level sensor. I'm working with Reedy on where in my budget do we have funds, because it's a little over $11,000 to replace the level sensor. After that, I don't know what I have, because the level sensor goes back to the PLC that controls the gates on the end of the ditch. So that's where I noticed that my gates on the ditch wasn't working. So I don't know and it's the level sensor that is out. So I don't know once it's out, is everything else fine, or I got another couple of issues.
Is that lightning or what took it out?
It lightning then, but
And could it be an insurance claim or not?
I can drive, but usually lightning, my experience with them when we've had lightning, unless you can open up the panel like we did at Bologna Road that one time, and it was parts that scattered out and all charred. I'll double check with him, but. Empty polymer barrels, got those taken off the Midwest. Been restocking oils and filters, and been reviewing applicants. Not this week because of the fair, but next week, I'll start interviewing. So, that's all I've got.
Circling back around to the truck, I think what we need to do is we need to have Bill to do that excess material. And from there, I think we can get with Zach and come up with, we've got a couple options how to do it, where it's closed bid or poster, whatever we do.
Okay.
We can double check with him on that process, but.
Do you want me to go ahead and bring it up this week or not? We're going to wait for Craig.
Do you feel comfortable voting on that to be excess? Then we can do that, and we can bring it up and get Zach on particulars about rates up here.
Okay.
I think we have an ordinance already on that.
Surplus inventory?
Yeah. I don't know, we'll have to get with him, what was that? Just, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's fine. I just want to make sure.
I think there's like an ordinance, like, in how to do it,
How to do it, okay.
it's just been a while since.
Yeah.
But do you guys need to vote on it?
Yeah. We need to vote on it.
What kind of truck is this guy?
Ford F-250 utility truck with snowplow.
You say Ford?
Yeah.
What?
Is the snowplow's better than yours? I don't know that it is, but if it is,
Oh, no, mine's good now.
okay.
Good luck now.
Just need new blades. I'm good.
Do you need an extra?
His probably won't fit on ours. Probably different toilet, different hookup. I don't know
Yeah, it could be. And,
that. I've never.
yeah.
Is yours in good shape? Like,
Just a couple.
wouldn't hurt to look at it.
Yeah, just depends on how big it was.
Okay.
Go back up.
I'll just leave it at the plan.
Leave it to plan, you guys kind of communicate and see if it's something that maybe you can utilize, if not, then we can go through the process of making surplus. Alright. We'll go through, start off with, we got change order number 8, and that would be for $65,494.84. Would there be any motion on that?
Motion to approve change order 8 in the amount of $65,494.84.
Tim, thank you for the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Crystal, you're a little bit closer to travel faster. Thank you for the second. All those in favor of approving change order 8, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And so that passes.
Crystal?
Yeah.
Oh, I get the Dan.
Well, I think that Crystal's a little closer to me, so I figured I'd heard that first. Okay. Next up, we've got payment app, or payment number 26, over $94,701.13.
Motion to approve payout number 26 for $94,701.13.
Crystal, make the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Any, all right, all those in favor of payout 26, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, so that passes. Okay, next up would be Rustler invoice for a total of, I did change that out, but you have one here to this.
Yes.
Okay. For $1,243.75.
I'll make a motion to approve Wesler's invoice for $1,243.75.
Okay. Andy, thank you for the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Tim, thank you for the second. All those in favor of approving this, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And so that passes. Okay. Next up would be payout 27, the retainage release. That would be for a total of $68,098.49.
Motion to approve payout number 27 for $68,098.49.
Kristen, thank you for the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Andy, so you go first. Andy, thank you for the second. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And so that passes. And then we have the final an invoice from Shannon and Priority Project Resources for a total of $5,000. Will be a motion on that.
Motion to approve Priority Project Resources invoice of $5,000.
Tim, make the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Kristen making the second. All those in favor of approving the invoice, say aye. All those opposed, same sign, and so that passes.
Katie, you've got the asset management plan.
Yeah, I think technically, is that the Westler completion paperwork new business item, or do you wanna do it now?
So I'm saying go ahead and do it now.
Yeah. Are you all familiar with the AMP certification letter? Basically, anytime that, here, I'll stand, so it's a little bit more formal, okay. Basically, with any state revolving fund project, they wanna make sure that whoever they're giving a low interest loan to, especially one in an amount such as Brownstown, that the community has an asset management plan. It's just, what are your assets? Where are they located? If something goes wrong, how much does it take to replace it or to fix it? All of those things, because the state got a little tired of some communities, not Brownstown, but some other communities, letting things run to the ground, and then they'd ask for another loan, get it installed, run it into the ground. So now they require an asset management plan, and so this one-page letter just says that the town has one. Scott completed it. He's gotten the portion from Reedy on the financial side. So that's all this letter says. And this gets sent over to the state saying that you guys have one, and they don't want to see the whole plan. They don't want it to get sent in, but should someone from the agency come to the community, they just want to make sure that you guys have one. So with that, Greg, are you okay to sign this? You are the authorized signatory on this.
Yes.
Okay. So you'll have to sign your name, print it, date, and then phone number and email. Any questions on it? Oh, we're almost there, guys. Finish line is in sight. And then I'll go ahead and scan this and then I'll send it to you and Greg, so that you guys have it as well, and then obviously get it sent to the state. And like Scott said, I think we're shooting for next Tuesday to do our final walkthrough with the state, so everything should be good. Thank you.
And I'll get all the pay up stuff and get it scanned to you tomorrow.
Perfect. Awesome.
How long does that walkthrough take? Roughly, is it?
They said that they would do it virtually, but they prefer to do it in person. I think I'd be surprised if it takes more than an hour. So,
Alright.
Scott had asked the same thing. Are they gonna wanna see everything that was done on the project? Cause we'd be walking the whole town with all of the manholes and the sewer lines and whatnot. No, they'll just kind of spot check and
Gotcha.
make sure that, yep, this got done. We didn't just give you money to go, do whatever you wanted with it, so.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, please double check that all those should be signed and ready to go.
Okay.
Anything else for Scott? Alright, thank you very much,
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Sweet, alright, start my drive back to Indy now.
Get you some
Thank
flowers,
you.
some vegetables.
Yeah, I got a couple road signs that I'm gonna stop by, so.
Thank you.
you guys.
See ya.
Thank you, Scott.
You're welcome. Alright, move on to Sean with the street department.
We had 65 locates, 2 choke ups, 0 dogs. Just picked up limbs and yard waste, empty trash cans downtown, cleaned grates, watered flowers, mowed and weeding, sprayed weeds downtown, filled a bunch of potholes, cut limbs off the roadways, and then signs on the Union and Vine Street.
When did those stop signs at Ewing and Vine Street go up?
Friday. Took forever to get it.
You had warning signs up before that, right, that it was coming? Wasn't there some kind of, there wasn't?
There's stop ahead signs.
Oh.
Did Tom have anyone out there Friday?
He was talking about that before I got here. He was going to, but he didn't have lights on his vehicle, so no, but I don't know if he said now, he said I would for a little bit or not.
I was gonna say, I think someone reported back to me that there was someone up there. Hey, when did that stop sign go up? I said, I didn't know, so that was probably Friday, so.
Friday morning, or whatever it was.
Okay. Question, if there's broken up concrete on the side of the road where normal trees and limbs would be picked up, we would not pick that up, correct?
Not in the truck, no. No. Well, I can pick it up, yeah. But we won't put it.
Well, I saw them, I'm not asking.
We won't put it in that truck, no.
Okay. And then I saw there's a tree down on Jackson and Walnut down by the cemetery. Was that our responsibility? Is that? I saw Frontier was out cutting away from the pole, but I didn't know if that was. Correct.
We usually don't pick stuff up with people that paid to have it cut down, so I don't know what Frontier would do.
I think it was storm damage. They're not just.
If it's storm damage, yeah, if they lay it out there.
School crosswalks. That's something to do with, kind of take a look at, refresh before school starts.
We're just gonna start that today, but we're gonna start it tomorrow.
pull in right when you turned off of 50 on Ashland Street from a storm damage, your all back, the tree was down, and that limb hung really low for a while. It's gone now, but did you guys do that, or? Okay, thank you. I figured it was,
We got about half of it, because we can't reach that line.
well, right now, is it still broke off up there? Or-
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hanging down, because it was probably hitting stuff earlier, so, okay. Mm-hmm.
That guy said he'd like to have them trees down, and I said, well, that's not gonna happen, so.
Scott Lott doesn't it?
Yeah.
Scott Lott bought that soldering place, I thought. For sure. Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't mind that going down.
All right, anything else, Sean? All right, thanks, sir. All right, move on to Brian with Park Board School Board report.
Let's start off with a good one. School board, during July's meeting, the officers were selected. New president is Clayton Beard, Vice President Brian Wheeler, Secretary Jerry Hounshell. To my knowledge, this is actually the first time in board history that the appointee from Salt Creek Township has been a president. I don't think it's ever happened. This is a direct result of our years of work on the new rotation schedule that includes all of the townships on an equal basis. Mr. Beard and I are the only two remaining members of that group that were there to establish that new plan. Even though, although not required in our bylaws, the board's trying to keep a good rotation for president. I mentioned this last month. The upcoming state budget cuts are, they're going to have an impact. We're not sure to what extent. Our estimations are approximately $800,000. Planning ahead and cut areas to cut, change, tweak, to stay ahead of it before it happens. We don't see it having a huge impact. We're still in great financial shape. We're just going to try to make sure we cut some areas to soften that blow a little bit. The elementary gym project has been pushed back to September. We had a construction meeting, it was like last week and a half ago. We're feeling more like it's going to be a late September completion. So with that being said, now we're thinking adjustments to the drop-off pickup line for the elementary. It's going to be a zoo down there. So we'll send out some literature information to all the parents and all the families of elementary students. Once completed, we're hoping to have a future meeting there to give the public a more up close and good look at the new facility and the grounds. We're hoping for October, not put all my eggs in that basket, but we're hoping to have our October meeting there just to kind of showcase that facility. Summer lunch program, I noted this one last time as well. Participation is kind of been much higher than we've expected. Over 200 students are participating in the meal pickup each week. That's 20 meals per student. Over 100 students are on site via the Boys and Girls Club that are also participating in the meal program. Our calculations are well over 4,000 meals were distributed in just June alone. I also know this last month, but the Chartwell's program has been a huge success for us. Our most recent numbers were, as of midway through last year, the lunch program was actually operating in the red. So we tweaked that, brought in Chartwell's, approved them, I think it was back in March, and we expect by midway through this next school year, or by the end of this year, we will be back to operating completely in the black and doing well. August 4th is first teacher day, and August 5th is the first student day. So, talking about crosswalks, here's your date. Our next meeting is August 12th at 7:30. That is our annual budget workshop. That's held prior to the meeting. It is open to the public. It's a great chance to come in, take a look, see the budget, explain whether it be, the education side or operations side. There's a lot to it. A lot of people come in and ask questions. Usually our teachers union president and a lot of community members come to that to go see what the budget entails. So a lot to that. On the park board, let's get to the great part here. Small pool remains open, thank goodness. Large pool's still waiting on the new pump as of Friday. As of Friday afternoon, about 1 o'clock, July 18th, B&H would have the pump in hand and would be installing it on Tuesday, July 22nd, tomorrow. The dates have changed several times, so I'm not holding my breath on that either. Total cost will be approximately $10,000.
Just for the install?
That was for the original pump with the cheap one. That was the pump and install.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was the cheap one. Now, if they had to do some expediting on the freight, which for a heavy pump could be way more than that, just depends on what they come back with. We did ask him to do Don to provide us a quote for a program that he does for Seymour City Pools, where they actually take the pumps out, service them, or replace them if needed, and then reinstall them come spring to alleviate any issues like this. I'm assuming that program's not cheap either.
Where would they be stored at?
B&H would keep them. They basically would come over, pull them out, take them back to their shop, service them, store them, probably put them on a couple skids somewhere, keep them inside, they're protected. And then, once it's time for the pool, we probably call them in April and say, hey, we're opening by this date, please come and install. And they would come and do that. With any service program like that though, you're gonna be spending, I would say upwards maybe $5,000 to $7,500 per year to do that kind of service. But as you can see, having one go down it's a nightmare.
Do you have room to store them? And would that save us any money?
I don't think it would, because they're gonna pick them up and take them back to their shop, and
They're just not gonna charge us.
I really don't know what the storage fee would be necessarily. Most of that's a service. I mean, they're coming to pick it up, they're gonna check the, everything related to that pump. And they'll be able to tell us quickly if one can't be fixed or if it needs replaced. We have 3 pumps.
One is left.
One left is bad, or is old. Okay, yes, not bad.
We replaced one last year, right?
Yeah, one's a year or 2 years, yeah.
Okay.
So this
We
one,
just have one more that's.
yes, we have one more that's kind of that, well, cool, I guess, it could lock up and not work. Or it may turn on, it may start up and be just fine. Just the risk you run. So we thought maybe a program like this, because he brought it up to us when we were talking at the pump room, that it would be something that's what they do for Seymour. But, Seymour's got $1 million park there, so that's a drop.
As long as, I know we're stretched thin, but as long as you can afford a sensible PM program, it should pay for itself. I mean,
You would think, yeah, it would save this headache, this time. It's just,
prolong
we're to the point now though, we're looking at one that may be on the fence. But we've always just taken the approach, and this is the second pump in 2 years.
But this will help prolong the life of the other pumps
Yes.
as well.
The 2 new ones, yes, this will
Yeah.
help, prolong the life of those. Nobody wants a $10,000, and we went with the cheap version, we went with the off brand. Don gave us 2 options. I took basically the generic brand, which was $1,015, almost $2,000 cheaper. So, but by the time you do install, you gotta come in, get the old one out, get the new one bought and installed. It's about a $10,000 for the process. Coarse concrete around the pool, the lower part. We did cover that up. It is covered for now. The goal is to have that replaced after the pool closes. The bottom deck area has pretty significant damage. It's just it's years of wear and tear. It was touched up a few years back, probably 5 or 6 years ago, but that's just going away. It breaks it up. Anytime you do patchwork on concrete, it's only temporary.
So the quote you got, is that to fix all that?
That was to fix all of that and to level a couple areas that were, the slabs are dropping and they're creating a lip. So to raise that. He's always done us a pretty good favor to the park as far as keeping the cost low. And, He did some of the sidewalks at the BBA call.
Have we decided how we want to pay for that yet? I know you and I talked about it a little bit.
I don't know what their expectations are now.
Was it 7,500 roughly?
8250,
Okay.
concrete was.
That's right. Do you have any idea where that?
Well, we're not gonna buy a mower or anything this year, so that, our equipment fund should be pretty okay. That's usually the only big expense that would come out of there.
Okay.
We're not due for a new mower anytime soon.
This doesn't include the concrete on the upper level.
Oh no. 8250, you're talking 30 to 40 grand for that. We will have to, we close that section off as required by the health department. We close that off. So to have that replaced, he needs to come in with big equipment, pull that out, fill, and then put the concrete back on. That's a 30, 40, maybe higher than that. That's a big job. That would have to be done during the winter, on the top deck. Because everything behind there is basically washed out. It's a hollow cavity, that's what the concrete's sinking.
That may be one way. I don't know how much money we have left in that old bond. That may be-
We were talking about the lower level
Mhm.
on that bond, but
The lower level, yeah, I mean, he's gonna level up the other big slabs and stuff. I didn't realize he could do the injections, but he can.
Okay.
And he said, yeah, we'll take care of this, and this. I think he's really got to the point where he couldn't get to do it he needs several days to do it. I think he was running out of time to get up to do a good job. But he was even gonna patch up some stuff on the side there by the edge of the pool as well.
can he give you a rough quote on the upper, just to see if we,
He can, I'll bring it back, but that's.
so when we may have a bond that
We were kind of jokingly talking about it, and he said, "Oh, this is a much bigger project." And yeah, that's big equipment, big dollars.
just to get an idea.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if Kevin stopped by or not, but we did discuss last week about possibly having part-time employee at the park. Somebody come by? Did somebody come by and put in an application as like a part-time employee? Okay. There is a possibility one of our employees might need some time away from work for health concerns. And if that does happen, we like to have somebody there to at least help out with some of the mowing. Also be there. I always like to have two. Our average age of park employees is 70. So I would always prefer to have two guys there at one time. You know, but I prefer to have two there, especially on hot days. But they were supposed to be coming by just to discuss in case something were to be needed. Sean's thankfully been helping out a little bit when we needed it, so
Maybe tomorrow when they turn their timesheets in.
maybe, hopefully. Yeah. Enclosed shelter, it's pretty close to being like a pool. It's there, probably been there for about 10, 15 years now, but, you know, we're hoping to find a solution. We talked about, I know Andy, we talked about this as part of the grant, if we could possibly build a newer one, you know, maybe not as nice a version, but something similar as part of some of that grant money, but that facility needs some attention. Of course, I touched that.
Well,
Next.
back to that real quick, then that's what makes it tough to raise that rent to 200. Because it does mean so much.
Oh, absolutely. It's like raising the rent on our ball diamond that we didn't need to. I mean, you got people renting a turf baseball field for $225. It was pointless to raise ours higher than that when it's just brick dust. It's nice, but it's brick dust. So, things will change. They just won't choose to come here. Or they won't choose to go to Seymour either. They're not turf either. So they're in the same boat. There'll be a mass exodus from using Seymour's facilities as well.
What do they charge?
They don't care.
No, what does Seymour charge?
I don't know. It's not a matter of what you charge. It's a matter of what your facility is.
Well, we're having to change the
Yeah,
facility.
exactly, so,
Let's go to 500 then.
yeah, well, it just won't be used, it'll just be an empty field. There's so many places doing turf now that they guarantee they can use. I mean, it doesn't rain out. You don't have to worry about it. It's just what it comes down to. And there's a lot of parks doing it. Let's see here. Next meeting's August 20th, 7 p.m. at the shelter. Yeah, but it's, some of these are, like the newest one, Springbrook. That's a multi-million-dollar project.
Yeah, we're gonna go compete.
Yeah, and they've got Honda. I mean, they've got Honda, they got manufacturing and timbers. Yeah, it's, and that's a city of how many thousands of people? I mean, much larger than us, so.
I'm sure they're probably booked every weekend, right?
They're booking one,
They're probably filled up every weekend.
yeah, they're in a contract. So is Jennings County, so is Sarah Lane.
So what I'm getting at is parks like Seymour or Brownstown would maybe have to be used on some occasions.
Typically, transition to softball. Softball doesn't necessarily like turf, so that's a niche. Maybe just stick with those. So, yeah, I mean, in the town of Rasmussen has, well, you have 3, 4, 5 skin diamonds in the city limits that can be used, which is pretty nice. Next closest place that has that many skin diamonds for softball use would be Fairgrounds of Columbus, just out there off 11.
Done, is that what they did?
Done.
Done,
Yeah.
well, done, it's, yeah, well, sorry, other than Seymour's,
That area.
done gets used a lot, so that's decent. And that's a whole separate side of, you know, baseball typically, from what I'm seeing, is transitioning to pretty much all turf, especially for our area. Our weather has not been great the last few years in spring, so. yeah. But yes, I'll follow up with Cooper and see what he says about the top.
Ballpark, 'cause we may have a bond that we could
Okay,
possibly do that.
that would be, yeah, I'd have to see.
We earmarked 100,000 of that for pool park features or something, so.
For the pool feature,
Yeah,
yes.
so maybe you use some of that for concrete.
Well, yeah, we're thinking of a new play feature, but maybe gets that covered.
The play feature was resurfaced, or basically
Yeah, we were talking
cleaned up.
like dirt ground play feature, like the actual playground, not pool.
Oh, yeah.
This was,
Yeah,
a-
yeah, that's what we
you
talked,
The
that's what we
earmark
brought
is for
up.
the pool play feature,
And you brought that up last meeting.
know.
because of the rust. They have to put a bucket under that when they start it every day, catch all the rust.
Right, but we also had money set aside for that. When we started playing with the bond was for the actual play feature that Andy's working on.
Yeah, that's a playground, yes.
Yes.
Physical playground,
Right.
not the water. Yeah.
Right, but that play feature
Yeah,
in the pool is a must too.
Pools are just expensive.
Something about ground on the BBA, there were 2 teams that won state championships directly this weekend.
Good.
I think they're competitive. We have another one compete for a championship in Moss, so we have 3 of the championship games, so. It is something, we still have a lot of dedication and interest to Brownstown, or baseball in Brownstown, so. All right, anything else for Brian? All right. If not, we'll move on to old business. First off, we've done the wet splitter. Maybe you haven't seen it yet, but the first reading of the appropriations. So the appropriation ordinance number 2025-11.
These are the changes that I emailed all you guys, and the explanation for each is attached also. For the reading, I'm gonna read the total and what they're suggesting that we do. And this is also set to be in Wednesday's paper. so it had to be so many days. So they're saying for total for the general fund as far as the clerk, make an adjustment of taking away $21,282. General fund for the police, a negative amount of $30,499. Council, general fund, negative $7,250. Total for the motor vehicle highway, negative $20,292. Local road and street, adding $12,000. Total for park and rec, adding $37,434. Cemetery, negative $2,050. Total for the lit economic development, $28,000. Total for the riverboat, $36,000. Total for the lit public safety is $12,000. Making these changes to the budget will make everything, should be good for the second half of the year. So we'll make these changes to the budget and in Gateway.
Okay, and we talked about the totals for reducing and adding, that's not necessarily the total for the actual fund, the adjustment.
The adjustment, yes,
Just to clarify.
yes.
You know what the net is to the overall budget?
It's on the bottom of one, I have it here.
I don't know, those Excel sheets or
Yes.
Excel sheets. Last one,
They didn't do the whole thing. I had a grand total for general, grand total for MVH. So no, they didn't add all the grand totals.
Is it safe to say that I could just go through those numbers you just read off there and get to the total change?
Yes.
If I could do the plus or
Yes,
minus?
yes.
Is it maybe published on for first reading? Is it-
We're good. Yep, we're good.
I gotta wait for me.
Well, I was gonna ask, are you wanting to do that before you?
No, I'm good now, I just out of curiosity's sake, I'm just doing that. So just a question on the riverboat. Personal services, there's 36,000. Do we understand why did it change to that?
We may have been pulling that out to have it be specifically used somewhere else, and we may need to put it back there to have flexibility to use it elsewhere.
Trying to see if there's another explanation on one sheet.
I know we had to move some to the deferred comp in MVH because there wasn't enough in there. That budget got reduced, but it's a set number, so it can't be reduced. So I know they had to move some in there at some point to do that. So I don't know if they're putting that back.
So you think they may take it from riverboat to start with?
Yes.
Okay, I'm seeing something here. So some of it come out of deferred, so the majority of it come out of deferred compensation. So there's just reallocation of funds, it looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions on that? If not, I entertain a motion.
Motion to approve appropriation ordinance 2025-11,
First reading.
first reading.
Kirsten making the motion, is there a second?
Second.
Linda keeping second. All those in favor of approving the first reading of ordinance 2025-11, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So that passes. I have the original.
I have the original, but it's just the first reading, you know, sign anything.
Correct, I know you.
Yes, I have the
You'll write
original.
down- You'll write down though and all that stuff, everything we need for the
Yep,
first reading?
yep.
Okay. Okay. Moving on, we've got 2 sewer bill adjustments. First is for 1121 West Vine Street for a total of $69.76.
They're both pool films.
There are both pool bills. The other one is for 120 West Cummings Street for $34.37.
I'll make a motion to approve both pool fields for 1121 West Vine Street and 120 West Cummings Street.
Tim, making a motion, is there a second?
A second.
Christian, making a second. All those in favor of approving the sewer adjustments, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And so that passes. Alright. Next up would be Lisa Luder.
No, she canceled, will be here on the 4th.
Was she aware that the stop sign was just put up? Correct. That would be on roll as well.
So go ahead and do a file start.
Okay. Do we have anything else under new business?
How are we on the solar panels with Duke Electric Grid or the,
I don't have anything from Duke yet. I just called. Kevin did not come last week. I don't know if he'll be here this week or not.
can you make a special call to him? I need to wait, because I don't know what the time limit is on that
Yes.
refund or credit.
Anything else? No, I can entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
So thank you for the motion, is there a second? And if the second, all those in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Meeting is adjourned.